Shalom Israel, Yah Bashmir Shabbat, Yah Shema Atem Bashmir Ashad, this is Priest and Captain Shema wa Allah. I.S.U.P.K Queen. We're gonna get right into it. The hot topic today is who are the Jews? You know, Kanye West came out and said the Jews are black. Kyrie Irving got put on suspension from the NBA by his team. He gotta make 6 steps to come back and play again because he posted a movie that said Hebrews to Negroes. You know that, and this is where it's coming to. This is what the society is coming to in about 2 seconds. Go to 2 Maccabees 6:6.
2 Maccabees chapter 6 verse 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days or ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
It wasn't lawful back. This is back in time by the Greeks, and back during that time, it was the heathen. The Greek was over us, and we couldn't call ourselves a Jew. It was unlawful. It was against the law to do it, and that's coming to America. And before you know, you might as well say it's here right now. Because look what kind of happened to Kanye West. J.P. Morgan gave him up to November to this month to get his money out of his bank. All that money Kanye West, they still don't care. You can't call yourself a Jew in this country. Here we go, America, right? Supposed to be land of the free, freedom of religion, freedom of speech. Right. You know what I mean? Come one, come all, and all that. But a black man can't say he's a Jew. You know what I mean? Kyrie Irving can't make a post. You can't do that. You don't have freedom of speech in this country. It's freedom of speech as long as you don't say you're a Jew. You know what I mean? And it's going to become unlawful one day here in America for a black man or a certain American entity to say that he's a Jew. But we're going to get into the description. We're going to see who are Jews. The description of the Jews in the Bible, does it fit our oppressor, the so-called white man, Amalek? Or does it fit blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians? Go to Jeremiah 14:2 and read what you got.
Come. Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 2. Jeremiah chapter 14 verse 2. Judah mourneth.
Judah mourning. Why did I say Judah mourning? That's why you get the word Jew from. Jew is short for Judah. Jew is short for Judah. Judah mourning. We're in mourning. We're sad in this country. We're sad all over the 4 corners of the earth. Not a so-called white man. He's not sad. Amalek's not sad. The Jewish man, the hook nose, is not sad. He gets billions of dollars of aid sent to him every year. People fighting wars over Jewish people. You know what I mean? They're not in mourning. Read on.
And the gates thereof language.
And the gates thereof language. We have no protection in this country. None whatsoever. Our leaders are not. The gates is something to protect your house, to keep things out. But our leaders have failed us. Jesse Jackson has failed us. Al Sharpton has failed. Martin Luther King failed. Malcolm X failed us. All these so-called black leaders came up and has failed us. Our gates, anything can happen in our community. The other nations, they can come into our community, set up businesses. Look what's happening in Harlem. Harlem gentrified. Black people getting priced out of their homes. You know what I mean? Our gates have built language. Read on. You all right?
They are black until the ground.
They are black until the ground. Look, you dig up the ground, it's different shades of brown. It's not the way the Jewish man, his carnal self, you know what I mean? He thinks black until the ground means you dressing in all black. That's not what it means. It means we're different shades of brown. Jeremiah the 12th chapter said our heritage is as a speckled bird. We always been different shades of brown. Amalek is not brown, he's red because he comes from his father Esau. Esau or the Edomites, which means red. That's what he is. So this scripture don't fit Amalek. It doesn't fit the so-called white, but it does fit blacks and Hispanics and Native American Indians. Go to Song of Solomon 1 and 5.
Come.
Now the Jewish man always claimed to be. The white man always claimed to be everybody who's great in the Bible, right? He claimed to be so great. He's David, he's Solomon, he's Jesus, he's God. You know, let's see what a Jew in the Bible from the tribe of Judah, because Solomon was David's son. David was from the tribe of Judah. Let's see what they got to say about Judah. About Solomon. Read what you got.
Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 5. I am black.
I am black. Read on.
But comely.
But comely. That's what we say in the black community. I am black and beautiful. Solomon said, I am black. Read on.
O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tent of Kandar.
Because that means another word for darkness. We are brown skinned people. That's who the Jews are. Jews are brown skinned. They're not a so-called oppressor. So Kanye West got it right. The Jews are black. Kyrie Irving's right to make that post. Hebrews to Negroes. Because we went into slavery. Now we're not known as Hebrews anymore. We know as niggas, Spics, and Westbacks. We know as Negroes, African Americans, colored. You know what I mean? That's what we're known of as today. We're not known as a Yashar or Prince of the Power or Israel, as it says in the Bible. We're not known for those things like that anymore. Go to Job 30 and 30.
Come on. Job chapter 30.
Verse 30.
Verse 30. My skin,
read on.
Is black upon me.
My skin is black upon. That's Job talking right there. From the chosen line of the Most High, of God's chosen people. He said, my skin is black upon me. You know what I'm saying? It didn't say my skin was white or my skin is red. It didn't say that, did it? It said my skin is black. Job was an Israelite. Job was one of the chosen people of God. So the Jews are black. Go to Daniel's 10 and 5. We're gonna get our King Yahweh order with who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ.
10 and 5. Come. Daniel's.
Daniel 10 and 5.
Daniel chapter 10, verse 5. Then I lift up thy eyes.
This is a vision. Daniel seen the vision of our king. Read on.
And looked, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen.
A certain man clothed in linen. Read on. Whose
loins were girded with the fine gold of I.S.U.P.K.
Christ had on a golden war belt. A girdle is not what's known today, like how women say, I wear a girdle. That wasn't how it was in biblical time. It was a belt to hold up his garment. Read on.
Verse 6. His body also was like the barrel.
Now, let's not be ignorant, because a lot of ignorant people out there say, but see, Christ was olive color because his body was like the barrel, which means green. You know what I mean? He just had on a green garment. That's all. Read on.
And his face as the appearance of lightning.
He had a fierce look on his face. It wasn't like how our oppressor puts up Jesus Christ today, make him look all soft and weak and all homosexual and all that, and weak looking. That ain't how Christ looked. Read on.
And his eyes a lamp of fire.
His eyes like the lamp of fire because he drank that wine. Read on.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass.
And his arms and his feet like in color to polished brass. Brass is a derivative of brown. You got a penny? Pull out a penny. Look at it. It's brown. Christ was brown. Now, go to Hebrews 7 and 14.
Okay.
We're going to see where Christ came from.
Hebrews chapter 7, verse 14. For it is evident that our Lord sprung out of Judah.
That's right. It came out the tribe of Judah. And didn't we just say the Jews in the morning? Didn't we just prove that Jew was short for Judah? Was it evident that our Lord and King came from the tribe of Judah? He's one of the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel who were black people. You know what I mean? My skin is black upon me. I am black into the ground. Jesus Christ was a black man. Our King and Savior, our Lord and Savior, is a black man. A Jew who was a black man. It's not, no, the Jews are not white. You know what I mean? So they probably have to cancel us now too, Prophet Zah. So we saying, they're gonna say they don't want our money in their bank now. You know what I'm saying? But we saying the Jews are black, right?
We've been saying since 69.
Since 69.
They ain't run up on us yet.
You know what I mean? they ain't run up on us yet, man, because we got the Most High on our side. Go to
I said, you want more on this?
Revelations 1 and 13.
Come.
We're gonna get more about our King.
Come. Revelations chapter 1, verse 13. And in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and girded upon the paps with a golden girdle.
This is similar to what Daniel saw in his vision. Now John the Revelator, he seen this in his vision. Read on.
Verse 14. His head and his hairs was white like wool.
His head and his hairs were white like wool. White is the color, wool is the texture. When they put us in slavery, the white man called us the woolly head.
Mm-hmm.
He called us about black people. He said the white they the woolly head. But notice the white man didn't say that about Africans. Go ahead.
Salaki. So if I may, it was it was as an insult. You know what I'm saying? Your hair's like a Brillo pad. You know what I'm saying? It makes us feel bad about our hair texture.
I remember that. Yeah,
that's an insult. Like wool. If you call someone, they got nothing but woolly hair, that's an insult.
Yep, exactly.
That's literally an insult in this country.
Because they wasn't saying that about the Africans, because they got woolly hair too, but they wasn't saying about them because they sold us into slavery.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So we the blacks in this country are the woolly head. Read on.
As white as snow, and his eyes was as a flame of fire. Verse 15. And his feet like unto fine brass.
His feet like a fine brass, brown. Read on.
As if they burnt in a furnace.
Just say burns in a furnace. You take something that's already brown, put it in furnace, it's gonna get black. Jesus Christ was a very, very, very dark-skinned man with a woolly afro, woolly hair. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. On the scriptures now, you know what I'm saying? Now these Christians is reading, you know what I'm saying, is studying the Bible and reading the Bible now and seeing like the color of Christ, so on and so forth. But they so stuck into Christianity that, you know, they always say, "Oh, have you ever burned brass before?" It become like a reddish color. You know, because they're being simple, you know what I mean? And they're being literal, you know what I'm saying? But we all know, that, you know what I'm saying? That stuff is burnt over there.
Yeah, exactly.
We know that it's dark, you know what I'm saying? It's dark black.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But
right.
They try to use, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, the you know what I'm saying? Our oppressor is such a devil. Try to, you know what I'm saying, make it confusing.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like his metal working.
Exactly.
We ain't talking about metal working. We just talking about something that was burnt.
Exactly.
That's it. We're keeping it simple.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
Keeping it practical. So
go to Acts 13:1.
Come. Acts. Sir. Let's see here. Acts chapter 13, verse 1. Now there was in the church that was at Antioch certain prophets and teachers, as Barnabas and Simeon, that was called Niger.
It's called Niger. That's a Latin word for dark. That's where you get the word nigger from. Niger. It means black. The prophets were black men. The prophets was black. Jesus was black. The Jews are black. The white man is not a Jew. That's right. He's not. He'll never be a Jew. That's why he calls himself Jewish. To be something pertaining to. But he's getting away with being a Jew, but he's not a Jew. Now we're going to go into some curses, right? Go to Deuteronomy 28th chapter.
Come.
20 verse 15.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 16, sir?
15.
Come. Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statute, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
All these curses, God told this to the Jews. He said, if you don't do what I say, you're going to be cursed. The Deuteronomy 28th chapter verses 16 on down, it's like a history lesson. It's like a history book of what happened to our people because we disobeyed God. And let's see if these curses fit blacks and Hispanics and neighborhood, or does it fit white people? Go to verse 16.
Come. Verse 16. Cursed shall that be in the city, and cursed shall that be in the field.
Cursed shall that be in the city, and cursed shall be where you go as black people. Be cursed in the city, in the urban areas, and be cursed in the suburbs. Is the white man cursed? He lives in safety in his neighborhoods. Nothing happens in Crown Heights in the Jewish neighborhood. You don't see Jews getting shot by the police, getting choked out. You don't see their stores getting robbed, things like that. But it happens in our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? The Mexican on the border in cages. You don't see the white man in cages, nothing like that. You don't see them being oppressed. You know what I mean? They passing laws for Jewish people and all that. They give billions of dollars and all that's the Jewish people. What does black people get? Nothing. Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. And if I may, what you're saying is so hard by One West, because you know what I'm saying, the blacks, Hispanics, and the American Indians are cursed in the city, and what our oppressors do is come down to the city where we at and gentrify it.
Exactly.
And we have to be cursed. You know what I'm saying? We got to curse anymore because we can't live there anymore.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And we're being scattered again.
Exactly. Where we gonna go?
You know,
we lost Harlem. Harlem gone. And even in my neighborhood, I see East Indians and stuff moving in. You know what I mean? They trying to they pricing us out of our homes. We can't afford the taxes and all that. Where we gonna go? The river? You know, live on a float or something like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Salakia, sir. Yeah, once we go there and the curse is following us because our oppressors going to follow us to those boats.
Exactly.
And curses off those boats.
Exactly.
We got to live underwater.
Exactly, yeah. I'm dropping down to verse 32.
Come. Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. That was slavery, man. You watch Roots, they said they sold our kids and things like that. That didn't happen to white people, but it happened to us. We went through that. Read on.
Okay. And thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the days long. And there shall be no might in thy hand.
And we couldn't do anything to stop it. Like how we just read in Jeremiah, like the gates thereof language, man. Our protection was weak, man. They used to buck break us. Take the most powerful, big, and strong slave who try to rebel and rape them, so whip them to death to put the rest of us in line, man. Sell our children, all that. We had no might to stop. We couldn't do anything about it, man. That didn't happen to white people. It happened to us. Go ahead.
Oh, Salakia, sir. And if you go back in history, and in Charleston, I think it's Charleston, North Carolina. There's, you know what I'm saying, there was a synagogue that was built in the 1700s. In the 1700s, one, you know what I'm saying, one of the oldest synagogues that was built. What was it? Who was the people who built it? That's right. It was slavery during that time. You know what I'm saying? And in the stage, you know what I'm saying, and the Jewish man was there. Where did he get this labor force?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That means that he blended in with his brothers, his other white brothers.
Exactly.
You know, and he was going along to get along, and that's what they were doing. It's a big Jewish community in Charleston.
Damn right.
They got there in the 1600s. What was going on? Slavery.
That's right. Damn right. Damn right.
A lot of people don't know that.
Drop down to verse 48.
Come. Verse 48. Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shall thou serve thy enemy, which the most high shall send against thee.
The Lord sent our enemies against us, man. We serving them today. We serve them in slavery. We getting whipped, our backs whipped, and we serving them until we don't have our own businesses, man. Even if you say, well, we got Oprah and Michael Jordan, they got to follow the white man's laws, rules, and regulations to set up shop on their business. We have no economy of our own. We can't do things. We don't have our own money that we can print to circulate amongst ourselves. We don't have nothing like that. You know, we don't have our own government, our own constitution. We have nothing. We have to serve our enemies. We don't.
In hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things.
And in the want of all things. The white man don't go through this, man. The Jewish man, even if he wasn't born in Israel, he could always have asylum and go back if he wants to. The same with the Italians, man. They can go back to Israel if they want to. Swedish people, French, German, whatever. Where the black man gonna go where the white man's not in charge? Nowhere. We have nowhere to go. You know, when people say go back home, man, you go back home. You wasn't here first. Our brother, the Galaxies, was here first, and the Reubenites, we were here first. They stole this land from us. They stole this land from the Mexicans. You know what I mean? White man didn't go through this. Go ahead.
Salakia, so in our oppressors, such a, you know what I'm saying, such to have no compassion. And you know what I'm saying, they talk about always remember the Holocaust. Always remember the Holocaust, because it's a suffering, you know what I'm saying, it was a suffering part of history. And we are, you know what I'm saying, and we're about to celebrate Thanksgiving and our appreciation of the slaughtering, you know what I'm saying, the slaughtering of our brothers and sisters, the Gadites.
Damn right.
But you know what I'm saying, but we have to feel bad. We have to feel bad for the Holocaust.
Exactly.
But we would celebrate and bring food out and enjoying, you know what I'm saying, the celebration of the slaughter of the Gadites every year.
Damn right. Genocide. It was genocide of our people, man. Genocide. But you better not say one bad word about the Holocaust. You better not say it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Jews need to get over it. No one tells the Jewish man he don't buy a German car. He don't buy nothing German. But the black man said that, I'm gonna support black people business. I'm going to the West Indian spot, buy me a curry chicken roti or something like that. Nah, man, that's reverse racism, man. Ain't that about y'all marching in the 60s? To stop that type of thinking? Well, that's how everybody else think. You know what I mean? So the white man ain't going through this. They don't have these type of problems. They don't have these issues. You want to say something?
Oh, come. And every year, the guys bring it up, and our oppressor always say, "Yo, get over it. Get over it." Damn, you know what I'm saying? It's about family time and celebrations. You know what I'm saying? Not according to the Gadites. Exactly. That was a genocide over there. But get over it. Exactly. And you cannot tell it. You know what I'm saying? That our so-called Native American Indian brothers is not Israelites, but the curses is following them.
Damn right. Drop down to verse 49.
Come. Verse 49. The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth.
What's the national bird of every white country? The eagle. What do they say when they land on the moon? The eagle has landed. You know, that goes back all the way back to Rome, that eagle. As swift as the eagle flieth. Read on.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
And we didn't understand when they came here speaking English. You know what I mean? We didn't understand that our Puerto Rican brothers and Dominican brothers, Mexican brothers, they didn't understand the conquistadors speaking that Spanish. They got it whipped into them. We saw that in Roots. Kunta, Kinte, Taobi. Yeah, they made us speak that language. They forced it on us, man. We didn't understand that language. English is not our natural tongue. French, German, Spanish, Italian. That's not our tongue. That's what we speak Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash. That's what we speak. Go ahead.
Is it Salaki? So in a lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of Judites don't realize that, you know what I'm saying, our Hispanic brothers and sisters in the Gadites was enslaved first. Yes. They was being whipped first. Yes. You know what I'm saying? There's been, you better do this or we're going to kill you. You know what I'm saying? First.
Yes. Now you read that in a book called Black Indians. When they came over here, and Chris Columbus came over here, he took 1,100 Taino Indians over to Spain. 800 died, 300 survived. He said that's good business because it's free labor.
And Salaki, so and they such nice people. They so courteous, nice. But this is what he said. Yeah. They're nice people. They're peaceful people. We can enslave these people. Peaceful people. You know what I'm saying? We can overwhelm these people. They're so nice. That's the reason why we're going to kill them because they're nice. Because they're nice.
Damn right. This didn't happen to the so-called Jew. This happened to him. He didn't get a language forced on him.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He can speak all that Yiddish garbage and all that. All he wants. He get language on him. This only fits us, the black people, man. This only fits our people. Go to verse
50. Verse 50. Verse 50. A nation of fierce consonants, which shall not regard the persons of old, nor show favor to the young.
Yeah, we all got whipped. Old and young got whipped. Got they back whipped. Old and young. They care how old you are. Matter of fact, if we're gonna go in history, the Amalekites thing. They killed up when we was leaving out of Egypt. They attacked our old and young and sickly who's riding in the back of the caravan. They attacked them. You know what I mean? And Lord said he won't forget that. You know what I mean? That's what they did to us, man. This ain't happened to them. Nobody attacked them. You know what I'm saying? The Jews are black, man. Go to verse 64.
Come on. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 64. And the Most High shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other, and there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy father have known, even wood and stone.
Come on, man. That ain't happened to no Jewish man like that. He ain't no Jew. The white man ain't no Jew. The black man is a Jew. We were scattered. We were at the four corners. Yes, the bulk of us are in the Americas and the Caribbean island, but we everywhere. We in Europe. You know what I'm saying? We in Haiti. We in Russia, England, France, all over the place. We be all over the place. We got scattered. We got scattered through slavery. That's how we got scattered. And we had to serve other gods, man. Even witness in that Christian cross and that cobblestone, the two main religions of black were Christianity and Islam. You know what I mean? The Jewish man, he don't got to worship no rock. You know what I'm saying? Make him bow down to no rock. And any country that he goes to, you know what I mean? He don't got to wear no Christian cross and all that. He got to keep his religion, his Yehudish, his Shiva, whatever that garbage he be saying. He got to keep it. He got to do whatever he want to do. You know what I mean? These curses don't fit him, but it fits us. It fits blacks and Hispanics and the American Indians. Let's get the last verse of today. Go to verse 68. We're going to close it with that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Come on, man. Egypt is a Greek word that means bondage. They called it Egypt because, or you come from Greek word Egyptos, which means bondage. Because when a white man went on a conquer, he got to Africa, he searched the record and he said, this is where the Jews were enslaved. And that's why he called it, the original biblical name is Mizraim, or in Hebrew, Matazarium. That's the biblical name for Egypt. But when a white man got there, he saw, oh, yeah, the children of God were enslaved. That's why he called it Egypt. He said, and we will go to Egypt again with ships. What is America? Spiritually Sodom and Egypt. How do we go here? Cargo slaves. Read what you got.
Khan. By the way thereof, I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
We should be sold for bondmen and bondwomen, slaves. We're gonna be sold as slaves. That happened to black people and Hispanics, like how you brought out. It happened to the expansion in the American Indians first. The Trail of Tears that the American had to go through. You know what I mean? That happened to us. That didn't happen to the white man. That happened to us. The black man is the Jew, the real Jew. The history don't fit white people. It don't fit them, and they know it. That's why it's such an uproar now, because, like how I says, get my last verse.
Salaki, I want, if I may.
Go ahead.
You just got one. You got a little bit more.
No. You can drop that.
Forgot.
Go to Matthews 24 and 22.
Khan. Matthews, chapter 24,
verse 22.
Verse 22. Oh man. 24, 22. Matthews chapter 24, verse 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect sake, thou days shall be shortened.
That's for the election, the days are going to be short, man. Pray for the days to be short, man. Pray for Christ to come back.
Right.
Pray for it every day. Pray for the Lord said, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Because these days are short, man. It's gonna get too much. It'll be none of us left, man. It'll go back to like I did what I read in the Maccabees. I said you cannot profess your soul. It'll be against the law to say it. You'll be put in jail for you, so you get beat to death if you say it. You know what I mean? The white man is not. I'm gonna say it in white, and like how we bring up, we ain't gonna apologize for it. That's right. You know what I mean? The white man is not a Jew. He's an imposter. He's an identity thief. The blacks and Hispanics, American, we the Jews. You got something you want to say?
Oh, it's a lot, sir. And if I may, and I do bring this out, Camp, you know what I'm saying? It's not by accident that, you know what I'm saying, one group of white people say they are Jesus, and another group of white people say we are the chosen people. You know,
that's right. Exactly.
It's the same. They all the same people.
Exactly.
They're all the same people. They try to like separate themselves, but it's not ironic that all of y'all still look the same.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That all of y'all still look the same and oppose this. Only and pretty much they saying only white people could be the people of the Bible.
Exactly.
Even the Egyptians is white.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Like watch Ten Commandments, the Egyptians is white, the Jews are white, everybody white. Everybody they make movies. The Last Mexicans, Brad Pitt, he white. The Last Samurais, Tom Cruise. The last everybody who's prominent in history got to be white. It's a damn lie.
And you look back in the in the 60s with the Cowboys and Indians. Even the Indians is white.
Exactly.
Even the Indians is white.
Exactly.
That's what they used to do. And they play the Chinese too. They put tape on their eyes to hold their eyes back. This is the white man is such an oppressor.
He's a devil, man. He's a devil, man. He gonna get what's coming to him. Believe you me that. Thus saith the Lord. And we're gonna end it with that. Yah Bashmi Shabbat Yah Shmata Bashmi Yasha. You can cut the feed.
Come.